All right, so I was working on this today. Some of you are gonna like this. Some of you are gonna say, "What the heck?" It's not real, first of all, just for the sake of the video staying up. But this is a much improved, much better version of the thing that I shared previously. This is a 1919 that has more realistic dimensions than the last one, Kelly original, Kelly 1. This is Kelly 2, Machine Gun Kelly. So it's, I know it's got some Fallout vibes going on, but I did get most of it to work. I mean, as a matter of fact, it would work if I were to take it out to the field. It's just the feed system would have to be regular mags or what I've been using it with it, which is a AK to M4 adapter with a drum mag that winds. But what I want to do eventually is take this guy, drill a hole into it, put a bowl gear setup inside of there, and run one of these feed tubes. I think I have one over here. One of these feed tubes flex out of there and up into the bottom of a magazine, up into the gun. And I did try that idea before, but the rate of fire on the gun was too high for how much the feeder was pushing. So, but basically, I just wanted to run through this to give you guys an update. This top cover is the right dimension and it works. It's where the battery is. It's where you access the hop up at. Charging handle works most of the time. 70% of the time, it works every time. So, we've also got the trigger, which, I mean, originally it was going to be a way more complex system, but that's pretty neat if you ask me. Look. Oh, he's probably going to yell at me. But yeah, it just goes right into there. It pulls the actual trigger. You just, have to probably should be wearing gloves when you do that because you'll wear out your finger. But rear sight works as well. It's definitely not, not real world accurate at all. But it'll probably just be like a point and shoot tracer fire weapon. I have to straighten up the barrel. It looks crooked. That's not impossible. So yeah, this whole thing, the original idea for Kelly 1 came from the fact that we wanted to host games at the field that we were hosting games at, and have players be able to use a mounted machine gun. But we also didn't want to spend like $1,200 for an EMG 1919. Just to have players break pieces off of it and get it all scratched up and dented and bent. So, well, my solution was to take some really cheap AKs that I had, some SEMAs, some really good beater guns, and just put a shell around them, which is exactly what I did there with a cheap barrel. And they worked really well. The SEMAs, just the fact that they're so durable and reliable, they'll last forever. They can get beat up, they don't care. So they were perfect. We had two of them. One looked like that, and one looked like a 50 cal, like an M2. I also made a water-cooled barrel, but that had its own problems. So it was heavy, so it wouldn't really sit straight. So with this one, this is much more dimensionally accurate. Instead of using wood, obviously, what I'm using today is going to be an aluminum, it's actually a parking lot light extension piece. So the parking lot pole would come up. This piece extends out, and then you have like a big shoebox on the outside over there. So this is the piece in between. This thing needed to be trimmed down. Hopefully I can get my hands on an actual bandsaw and not just a porta-band like I used for this, to make any further cuts, because as you can see, it's pretty crappy. I'm no machinist. I'm just doing this as a hobby. So I thought I'd share because I think it's neat, and it's definitely going to be used in a couple of milsims I'm going to be attending this year. With some good buddies. We're going to try to do some things like indirect fire with it. Originally, the very first machine guns, like Hiram Maxim, patented, they put them on like horse-drawn carriages, and they would set them up on like a hilltop and just rain fire, just beat an area down. So that's kind of the idea that we're going with. They did that in World War I, and I know for a fact they did that in World War II with water-cooled 1917 A1s. My uncle, as a matter of fact, was on Saipan. He had this is the updated version of the 1917. The 1917 really just had a water jacket on it. The 1919 air-cooled. That's really the main difference between them. So I might at some point, because this is just an EMT connector, I might make something that can just pop right in there, like a water-cooled barrel. So might be neat. But yeah, that's the idea with this, is just to use it because the gun's not that great itself. Maybe we'll work on that in the future, but yeah, that's the update right now. I'm really excited to try that feed system thing. Unfortunately, it's I just need to get some money together for it. So if you like what you see and you like what I do and you want to see more of it, and you don't want it to take forever, please subscribe. I'd like to make the channel, or whatever you're watching this on, I'd like to make them successful. So just, give me a like, a share, follow, subscribe, please, if you can. I appreciate it. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you.